All right, so we're now going to go to example one, and all of our examples are on this one paper, so it should be easy to keep everything together. Just hole punch it and put it in your notebook, and then for the parts that you might need extra paper for, just pull out some paper and then write the stuff on there. But example one, we're going to just graph A and B. That's it. We're just going to graph it. So with A, they gave you R is 3, and then our theta is actually 60 degrees. So when we do this, we're going to label our circle here using degrees, and then we're going to deal with our actual R with the values when it comes to these circles right here. So with that, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to go with the actual degrees that we talked about in our big circle. I'm going to use that to help us when it comes to this part here. So I'm going to have the 0 degrees, 15 degrees, and then go by 15s. I know you're like, oh my gosh, Mr. Hall, that's a lot of work. We have to do that every time. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you do. It's gonna be okay. It's easy. You'll make sure you know your radians and stuff by the time we finish this. I know that part. 150, 165, 180, 195, 210, 225, 240, 255, 270, 285, 300, 315, 330, 345, and then 360 again. Now with this, I'm going to tell you the only parts that you have to have are the ones that are on a unit circle. So the 30, 45, 60, 90, 120, 135, 150, 180, 210, 225, 240, 270, 330, 315, and 330, and then 360. Those are the ones you have to have. The other ones you can keep off. The new ones that we added on, you can take those off. You don't have to have those, but at least have the unit circle values. Those are the ones I need to see. Radians, degrees, and it depends on what they give you. So like here, they gave you degrees, so everything has to be degrees. On the next one here too, and part B, sorry, they gave you radians, so everything needs to be radians here. All right, so with this part, again, we're going to label these. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So going across there, and this time that's all we're doing. So we're going to come first off to 3. And because it's positive, we're going to graph it as it is. So here we're going to do 3, and then we're going to go up till we get to 60. So that's at 15 degrees, that's at 30 degrees, 45, that's 60 degrees. Put a dot right there. And then all we do is just draw an array. And that's all she wrote. Draw this, do the polar axis also. And say this is P. Right through here, and that's 60 degrees. All right, and that's it. That's your array. Okay, so not hard, right? That's not bad. All right, so then let's go to part B. And again, here, it's the radians. So all we're going to do is the ones that we have on our unit circle. You can leave out the other ones. So we have pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2. Was it 3 pi over 2 pi over 3? Sorry, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 6, and then pi, and then 7 pi over 6, 5 pi over 4, and 4 pi over 3, 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 3, 7 pi over 4, 11 pi over 6. And again, this is 0 and 2 pi. All right. So with this, we know we're going to go to, and again, let's label these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're not going. The r here is the negative 1.5, and our theta is 7 pi over 6. All right. Now with this, we know it's 1.5. Well, we know it's negative, but we're going to say 1.5. Originally, just 1.5. So it's about right here. And if we go to the 7 pi over 6, that's coming around, and that's about, sorry, here, going around. So that is here. Now, because it's negative, you kind of have to back it up. If it's negative, the r is negative, you go to that angle and you just back it up to the other side, the opposite side. So let's back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. And that's going to be over here on this side at pi over 6. We put a dot right there. So again, if it's a negative here, you go to where it is, and then you just back it up to the other side and do it at that point. So it's positive 1.5 here because we backed it up, which means it changed that angle. So we always want it to be positive. So when we back it up, that's because there's a negative angle here. Negative r. So if negative r means back it up to whatever's on that same part right there. All right, so with it, we have it going this direction. Now, what the book does, it puts the dot on this side here, but it draws the ray on this side. But what I want you to do is go ahead and do it on this side here. So that lets me know that you know what's going on. So again, they put the dot on this side, and they drew the arrow on that, the ray on that side, which I'm like, that doesn't really kind of make sense because we said that it has to back up. So the point's on that side. So again, let's do that. That's how we're going to do it. All right. So let's go ahead and work on practice 1 there and be able to get through that part, make sure you understand. And then if you need to ask questions, ask questions.